All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. The honors go out to our apostles, elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom, Wabarakim to you brothers and sisters out there. All right, this is Brother Malachi from the Great Millstone Nashville camp. And Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right, I got a word up here along with a clip. Clip ain't gonna have no sound for the sake of copyright, and I gotta put this disclaimer out there. This is not for profit. I'm using this clip simply for edification purposes only, for educational purposes. I'm not making money off of this. Okay, this is strictly for, as they'll say, entertainment or whatever. It's not monetized. Matter of fact, what is that called? What is that called? Fair use. I think that's what it's called, fair use. I don't remember exactly what it's called. But the point is I'm not using this for my own personal gain. All right, so I got the word up here, anticipation. It says the action of anticipating something. Expectation or prediction. Similar words, expectation, prediction, forecast, prolepsis. Damn, I've never seen that before in my life. Expectancy, hope, in preparation for. That's a good one. All right, so we're anticipating the time of trouble. 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The time of trouble, which let me grab that. Yeah, 2nd Ezra 16, 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Just make sure the mic is on. Okay. Just making sure. It randomly be turned off for no reason. But as you can see, everything that was just read was not times of joy and happiness, mirth, laughter, comfort. We're talking about a time of trouble like none other. Let me grab that. You got one in Matthew 24. I'll grab them both. We ain't got nothing but time. First, I want to grab this Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since it was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Talking about the book of life. But it's a time of trouble such as never was since it was a nation. I mean, this is going to be the worst time to come upon the earth, especially for the Israelites. When you got people saying Jacob's trouble's gay, Jacob's trouble ain't real, y'all going to manifest it. No, we're not going to manifest anything. We're telling you what the scriptures say. We're not adding or taking away from the book. Unlike a lot of you fucking other camps out there, you love to add and take away from the scriptures. We bring it out exactly what it says, and we break it down like it says. And that's why y'all hate that law in Deuteronomy. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to go into it. That's why y'all hate that. That ain't what that's talking about. You're disgruntled. You're through. All right? We're literally reading it verbatim and breaking it down exactly like what it says, which is what you're supposed to do if you're actually a teacher of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You're not supposed to add your own emotions into it and your own opinions and, well, I don't like that scripture, so I'm not bringing it out. No. You know what that makes you? A fucking pussy. Say it like it is. Somebody got to say it. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we're constantly rebuking you guys, man. And well, who the fuck are you? Well, I'm nobody. But at least I'm teaching the right fucking doctrine. Like, damn. Y'all be going all over the place. Like, if you ever went bowling, straight gutter balls, every breakdown. Through. It's not even close. You didn't even get one pin. And the people that follow you are just as foolish, clapping. Yeah. That was good. Good. You got it. Bro, this dude gutter ball 5 times in a row. He ain't got it. He don't got it. And the fact that y'all can't see that means that you were destined to follow him into that ditch that he's going to fall into any fucking ways. Let me get the one in Matthew. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21 to 22. For then shall be great tribulation. This is all in red, meaning Yahushua spoke these words. Not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ didn't speak. All right, and then also, Yahushua didn't speak English, but this is translated into English. Just because we translate his words from Hebrew to Greek to English doesn't mean that we translate his name from Hebrew to Greek to English. Okay? Verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. That goes with Daniel 12:1. The whole New Testament is about quoting the Old Testament and breaking it down properly. All right, that's not to say there's nothing new being introduced, per se, but it's mainly refreshed. Okay? Everything is really refreshed. The whole point of the new covenant, refresh, which we're not in the new covenant yet. If you think we're in the new covenant right now. Anyways, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, talking about the time we're in now, there should no flesh be saved, because Esau would destroy everybody. But for the elect, even himself, but for the elect's sake, not Israel's sake, the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. They're moving by quick. They're moving by fast. And like it says in Romans 13:11, our salvation is nearer than when we believed. Yahushua is going to come back in the near future. It's not going to be 15 years from now, 30 years, 1,000 years. No. Yahushua within the next few years, man. We hope this year. We hope next year, just soon, because we need him. We need Yahushua. Every day we need him more than we did the last. It just gets worse and worse here. And it's going to continue to get worse and worse as we go further into this BS, especially here in America, man. Every day it's just worse. It's harder. It weighs down more on your spirit. You're struggling. You're suffering. You're wearing down the fucking saints, man. Not fucking emphasis, bro. All right, let's be men. Let's be grown. Get out of that fucking 9-year-old mentality. Imagine going into the military, you got a drill sergeant that don't ever yell at you, don't cuss. What is he drilling? which, that that sounded bad, but you know what I'm saying. Because the drill sergeant is supposed to drill things into your brain. He's supposed to be aggressive because he's trying to drive a point across. He's trying to get you to understand and force you to do the right thing and to be disciplined and to be better. But you expect the prophets to be soft-spoken, sugar-coated Charlie gummy worms? No, that's not going to happen. And Tawadi Alba Shemel Shai for that, because I'm not listening to no fucking soft-ass nigga. All right? Nobody is. Somebody that's soft-spoken, quiet, head down by his shoulders, weak as hell. Oh, yeah, I guess you could do... Nobody's listening to that guy, man. Now, a lot of you dudes, you speak things as pleasable to men's ears because you'll gain a following, but nobody's actually respecting you. That's the thing. You gain respect through authority, through austerity, through stamping your foot. This is what it is and this is what it ain't. You got to be in control, man. You got to control your household. You got to control your camp. You got to control the men under you. Not in a manipulative way. Okay? Not being a bug out, not being a weirdo. You're not a puppet master. But you got to lay the ground. You got to lay the rules down, the groundwork, man. This, and that ain't finna fly here. And if you're doing this shit, you're getting fucking booted. Now, let me play this clip. Because this is really what the lesson was inspired from. Because it made me think when I thought about anticipation. How we're, Jacob's trouble is coming up on us. And, of course, we're scared. But we have faith at the same time. But it's like, damn, it's going to be rough. It's going to be through. It's Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 37. But we know that we're going to be protected. We're going to be taken care of. Because we're in the Psalms 91, that secret place. And we have to continue to endure no matter what. All right? But let me play this clip. Because that's what it reminded me of. Because you see all these different men during the time of D-Day. Now, this is a movie. All right? But during the time of D-Day, when they were traveling to potentially their certain death, different men reacted different ways. But they were all clearly nervous. And, we're all nervous. We don't want to go through Jacob's trouble, but we know we have to. It's necessary. That's the only way we're going to get to the kingdom of heaven. So we just got to endure. Just got to put up with it, man. So let me play this real quick. See, because they know that they're coming into the time of trouble. They got them butterflies, but way above and beyond. Because at first, it's like you first got on the boat, okay, whatever. As you start to see the land, you start to hear the gunfire, the mortar shots, seeing the bodies, the blood, now you're nervous. It's like, what the fuck? And that's how this, what we're in right now. We were comfortable as hell a couple years ago. In the sense of, things were cool and Jake was just going to camp. And now we see that these, all these prophecies are really here. Like they're right here at the door. And we could be running from martial law troops in the next 6 months. For all we know. That anticipation. But the question is, how are you going to handle it? Are you going to fold? Or are you going to continue to fight? Because the reality is, man, the way I look, and I'm going to share this with you, and Yahweh is edifying. The way I see it is, either I can take it on the chin like a fucking man and go through it right now when it comes my way and deal with it and get rewarded for whatever suffering that I have to endure, or I can bitch up, fold, go back into the world and still die a horrible fucking death because I took my hands off the plow. It's pretty obvious which one you're going to choose. Because first of all, being in this truth, it doesn't even mean you're going to die. Is there going to be martyrs? Yes. And if you got to be a martyr, then who the fuck cares? But for sure, I will tell you, guaranteed. I will, look, man. I will guarantee you that if you leave this truth, you will die a horrible death. More than likely, you're going to be missile food. You mean to tell me you'd rather deal with that? Which, I mean, if you're willing to take the CHIP, which is the MOTB, then you really didn't believe to begin with. All right, because like it says in Sirach 2. Let me just grab it. Ain't no point in quoting it. We got fingers. Sirach chapter 2. I'll start at verse 9. Ye that fear the Lord hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Well, actually, no, that wasn't even it. Well, that was a great verse, though. But right down here, 13 and 14. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. So because you don't believe, you're not going to be defended in the times to come. Because it even tells Hebrews 11 and 6, without faith it's impossible to please him. And you must believe that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Roughly paraphrasing. Verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, which patience goes into suffering. You gave up. You took your hands off the plow. You didn't want to do it anymore. Which, like it says in Luke, if you know to do good and you don't do it, you're going to be beaten with many stripes. Even in James, it says, to the man that knows to do good and doesn't do it, it's sin unto him. All right, verse 14, it says, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? So you lost patience, you took your hands off the plow, stopped going to camp, stopped doing lessons, because fuck it, right? Got to get my money up, got to go back in the world and deal with Keisha. And then, the Lord came back, or a famine struck. Prophecies came to pass, and now you're shook up. Like, what the hell? Let me get back in the camp. No, it's over with. The Lord don't deal with turncoats. You can repent, but you can't fall out and then come back. Okay? That's the Hebrews 10. That's the Hebrews 10, bro. Now, will there be, because ultimately the Lord, like you said, in Romans, the ninth chapter, he'll have mercy on whom he wants to have mercy. So there will be certain men that may have fell away and came back. But it's far and few, bro. It's not a lot of them. It's not a lot at all. Don't count on it. Don't count on it being you, because it's not gonna be you. Okay? There's a few men that may have fell off and then come back. But for the majority of us, once you leave the camp, once you stop doing videos, once you stop fasting, praying, you're not coming back next year. Okay? Even if you think you did, you're just going to be an example of when it says, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name and cast out demons and done all this, and that? And then Yahweh Shai said, what? I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So either you're in this thing or you're not. Revelations 3. There's no lukewarm. Either you're down and you're willing to give everything you got up to your last fucking breath of your lungs, or you're not. And it's obviously easier said than done, and we're all going to be tested, all right? Because these videos are real fucking cute, bro. The videos are cute. Going to camp is cute. All this shit is cute right now. And by shit, I just mean life, like the way we're living life right now. It's all cute, okay? Hey, that brother did 8 videos this week. Great. Is he going to endure Jacob's trouble? Your brother fasts twice a week. Great. Is he going to endure famine? Is this brother going to... Hey, he's at camp pulling precepts. He's the head. He's an elder. Is he going to endure martial law? Is he going to be willing to get put on the chopping block and get a fucking rusty blade to his back of his neck? All this is real cute. This is the easy part, man. Okay? And even then it's not easy, but it's a hell of a lot easier than it's going to be, because pretty soon you're not going to have WhatsApp. You're not going to have council calls. You're not going to fast. Okay? You should definitely be praying during that time. You should be praying now. Out your ass. Right? Pray without ceasing. But in that time, there ain't going to be no WhatsApp council calls. There ain't going to be no camp, no videos. So it's going to be strictly whatever you have retained from the times prior. That's what you have now. Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And I'll tell you what. If you're one of them brothers that's super deep on the breakdowns, you got all the breakdowns, but you're a horrible brother, you better fix that shit. Okay? We need to know breakdowns because we need to be apt to teach. In the time of Jacob's trouble, knowing the breakdown of Revelations, the 9th chapter, or 2nd Ezra 13, or whatever, that's not going to help you in that time. That's in terms of teaching. You need to know that. You need to go into it, which, we as a camp, we went into it, but I'm not going to act like I remember it all. I need to go over it again. Repetition is the father of skill, like Apostle Gabar was saying. Excuse me for the noises from my body. Just from liquid and food and shit. Digestion going on. But the point is, man, you need to be strong in the fundamentals, in the characteristics, okay? Because the breakdowns ain't going to save you. And ultimately, you can be a great brother. If you can't handle adversity, if you can't handle stress, if you can't handle potentially being tortured. Imagine that, because if you got your mind wrapped around, okay, beheaded, and then all of a sudden Esau got a potato peeler up to your leg, now what? You gonna fold? In that day, and really even now, it's all about mindset. It's about where's your mind at? Where's your loyalty lie? All right, so Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying. Before I close, I want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Al Shai B'Shem Rachah HaKodash. Double honors go out to the Apostle, Elder Great Millstone. Shalom.